Miller, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. I like to go live every Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time to share with you some of the things going on in my little home office here and in Stampin' Up! So last week I was not live because I was at our annual OnStage convention where everyone from all over the country and Canada come together, anyone who wants to, comes together and we learn about new products and we see our new catalog and we get to play with new things. And we get to hear great speakers. So it's a wonderful, rejuvenating time for us to be together, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And I thought I would share with you today a bunch of the things that I received and did, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first off, we had this is our name tag when we get there. They also recognize anyone who achieves various levels of leadership, sales, and team building. And you can see that I'm a Silver Elite Demonstrator, and I've gotten level 1 in all the categories. They go up to level 4, so I'm working on it, but happy to have my ribbons. Love to collect those at the beginning. So that was my name tag, and I want to talk about an event I went to before the main event, and this was a Stampin' Demo Mingle that was hosted by a couple of demonstrators that live in California. Yes, I didn't mention this is in Long Beach, California, and they did a remarkable job of putting together a fantastic event. It was in the morning before things get started, and we got to stamp, and that's always exciting. So this is my name tag. How cute is this? That they made, everybody their own. Just share with you a couple of the things that we got there, actually a whole bunch of things. They made little notebooks for us. How cute is that? They had these little crates on the table. Everybody got one. How cute. We had some, these are, let's see, these are the loose shaker elements. So these are all current products. Loose shaker elements for the make and take one of the make and takes that we made. And they did this, which I thought was really funny because this is the same gift I gave to my team members who came with me, Anne Marie, Beth, and Jean. And it has a little chamois in it. So this is a quarter of a chamois. And they just cut it and put it into this little, it's probably a playing card case. That's what I did for my team members anyway. They decorated a little box of Mike and Ike's. No idea what that might be like. Then they had a little package. They not only gave us dimensionals, they packaged them. So we each got a sheet of dimensionals inside this solo bag, which I thought was a great idea, and a pretty pen to work with. And there were other things in that box, and they're all over the place. So probably can't. Oh wait. Here's another thing that they gave us. And I tried to separate out things from them versus from convention. But look at this. This is a clear block that has been engraved. It has the logo, their logo, Stampin' Demo Mingle, and then my name. And you can get items like this from a woman named Tamara Davis, and she sells them on Etsy. Tada is her store name, and she does things like, let's see, she does, I'm looking for my bone folder. I don't have it here, but she does a lot of bone folders. She personalizes them, and some other products that she makes. And she also does a lot of 3D printing for things that we commonly could use, like maybe a glue holder, things like that. Speaking of glue holders, look what they gave us. This I thought was one of the cutest things that I received, but it's a little tiny mug, and to use that as your glue holder as opposed to the 3D printed ones that I have, and lots of people have different variations of them. But I just thought that this was really cute, and they came in different colors. Tried to get a pink one, but I wasn't able to. There was a pink one there. So we have that, and then these are the projects that we made. Let's see, I probably should open this before I came on, but if you could see what my desk looks like. It's a little overwhelming at the moment. So they gave us these fabulous gems, which I can never get enough of. These are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And they've been out of stock too for a little while, probably because they ordered them all for this event. So this was the faux shaker card that we made. You could see that that's where those embellishments went. And we used the Lovely Blossoms stamp set and bundle for this entire project for all the different things that we did here. So that's one, and card number two was this one, and it was a fun fold. Oops, sorry, like that. You can see the reverse side just has some place to write. So beautiful. I love the designs that they came up with. None of them were terribly complicated. We have this one, which you may see some of these cards or ones like it in future card classes. That's why we go, is for the ideas. This one, we did one like this in my class. We have this, it opens like that. And we have that. And then, whoops, two more. This one, like this. Pretty. Oh, sorry, this was a pop-up. So when you open it up, so very much. So thank you so very much. I thought that was a great way to use that. That's from the Pop-Up Petals bundle. And then finally this one, very pretty with our little inside there too. So those are the projects that we made at this mingle. And if you want to, if you're interested in this information, if they have upcoming events. So it's Stampin' Studio 803 by Gina and Stamping with Rosie. And they were just absolutely wonderful to work with. So take a screenshot of that. All right. Okay. So then we went on to convention, and believe it or not, this is not the first thing we got, but I had to share with you the new catalog. We can only show you the cover. So, ooh, it looks very nice. You can see that it is not one of the big catalogs. It's not a big, thick one. We have moved to quarterly catalogs. Not quarterly, they're 3 times a year, triennially, something like that, and semi-annual. Anyway, so 3 times a year, we're going to get a new catalog. It's going to have lots of new stuff in it, lots of old stuff in it, so we can actually find things. And then there's still going to be stuff online that you can find. So online is always your best resource to see what's available, what's current, that kind of thing. But these catalogs can be distributed starting next month, or late this month, early next month. They'll be released that we can purchase them and start getting them out to you. So if you would like a catalog, please check out my newsletter, and actually I'll put it in the comment section that you can sign up to get a catalog mailed to you if you would like that. So anyway, that is the new catalog. Unfortunately, again, that's all I can show you. Let's see. So some of the new things. First of all, we have the new in colors, and every convention always features, well, every annual convention, I should say, every time we get together, we get to use the new in colors. So these new colors, Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, and Peaceful Pine. So it's paper, and then this is the stamped ink, and that's stamped. This was using the new ink pads, which have a metallic top, and they are first being released in the new ink colors, and then next year all of our ink pads will be converting to the new design. They are the design of the former Close to My Heart, and they definitely are superior to the ones that we've been carrying lately. So we're excited about that. And these are the Stampin' blends. So we have the light blends and then the dark blends. That's why we have 2 scribbles on here. So we always get this so that we can reference all the new colors. I'm just making more piles. It's crazy. So this was all part of the product demonstration area. So one of the new things, it's actually an old thing that's coming back, but this is a die, a special die that does impressions. And with an impressions mat, which is kind of like a silicone mat, a little bit thicker than a silicone mat that we use when, I have one right here. Never have it when I need it, but here's a silicone. This is a regular silicone mat, but there's a special impressions mat that is silicone that goes through your machine. After you cut it, you put it back in the machine while still in the die, and then it presses it into the image. And look at the detail on that, right? So it's kind of like embossing, but with dies as opposed to a dry embossing folder. So that was one thing that was cool. And then we got to do some coloring techniques. They were trying to highlight a few things. This was using the blending markers. I forget what they're actually called now that I think about it. But you can see on the top one, I colored with a watercolor pencil, and then I just used the blending marker and went over it. It's like a clear liquid, and it acts like water, but it is a lot less messy, way less messy. So I really love doing it. So I was just playing with it different ways. And this was made using a brayer. A lot of people don't use the brayer very often. I personally don't use it very often either. It gets a little bit messy, but it does give you some really cool techniques, and for backgrounds especially. Then this one, we have new white gel pens coming out, and they are way better than anything we've ever carried and anything that I've found. I have used white gel pens from other companies, and I really do like these, and they come in a 2-pack, which is always nice. So you'll see those. So that was fun to play with. And then this was using the color lifter. This is not another thing that I just never reach for, but it's part of the Stampin' Blends collection. So it's alcohol based, and it's to be used with the alcohol markers, and it picks up the color. So it's lifting the color. So you can see I colored dark over here and light over here, and then I just used that color lifter to pick up the color. So that's kind of fun. And then this was the most exciting thing, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me pull it out, see if we can get it. Note that these are flip flaps. So I don't know if you've seen us use the flip flaps before, but that's all those are. But this is, I don't know if you can see the shimmer. You get a little bit there. These are new shimmer brushes. So they're like Wink of Stella pens in our 5 new in colors. So this is the hydrangea hue, and you can see that it has that glitter in it, and you can also squeeze it and then tap it. And when you tap it, you get little speckles, which is kind of fun too. I wouldn't necessarily do both at the same time like we did on this card, but it was just to demonstrate and show people how to do that. So kind of cool, right? So that was these were the stations that we had. There was another station that showed how to use the Stampin' Positioning tool, the new one that is going to be in the catalog. So you will be able to purchase that. I know some of you are excited about that. If you didn't get it by signing up, now you'll be able to get it. We also did an after hours. OnStage has a pay to play after hours session, and these were the projects that we were supposed to be making. And I say supposed to be because they are unbelievably detailed. And the reason they do that, I know a lot of demonstrators were frustrated, but it's because they have to be able to challenge everyone. So I did mine with Beth. We got 1 card done, and we were very proud of ourselves for doing that. So we're going to go back, and we did the stamping on the other cards, but I just want to show you the bundle that we received as part of that fun activity. So you can see these are the other colors, and they were all using this new Fern and Flora bundle. So these are the stamps. These are the dies, and you can see, for me personally, this die, this die, this die, and this die make the whole thing worth it to me. I wish these little pieces here, they're actually elements of the flowers. So you put them together to make the flowers. And you can mix and match them or use the same shapes together. You can see they're not all identical. So that was kind of cool, but also very, very detailed. These are very small pieces. But oh, this one's kind of cool too. Um, but anyway, I think these are going to be great for, you know, behind your sentiments when you're building cards. But they did it here. They just added it to the background, and that was very fun to make. So anyway, that was another thing. And then let's see. They also gave us, these are the new dewdrop embellishments. Look how pretty they are, right? I love that they have so many on the card in each of the colors. You know that I use that. So that was all part of the OnStage after hours event. Okay, and then as part of convention, let's see, this was this was also part of that product demonstration part of it. And this was a 6x6 one sheet wonder. So this is a new template that they had, and they also have a 12x12 one, which I kind of can't show you. My surface isn't big enough, but it's the same kind of thing, but 12x12. So that's always fun to have. Let's see, we got a pin. We always get a pin. So this is the OnStage pin for this year. Okay, Prize Patrol. I got this gorgeous new paper, and you know, I was kind of getting tired of. I never know what to do with all these papers that are, you know, scenic, but just like skies and water. I mean, not that I don't love them. I just don't know what to do with them. But check this out. See how the foiling is on there? See how that glows? It's just so pretty. So let me just show you some more of the designs. So it looks like you get 6 or 8 of each design, which is nice. This one's upside down because obviously the shine is on the water, not the sky. And then let's see, there's another design right here. This one. So this like goes up to the beach, right? That's where the seagrass is. So pretty, and I saw some great things done with this paper, and you'll be seeing it too because I'll be demonstrating. Hi Claire, yeah, the embellishments are fabulous. I have some more to show you too. So this one, yeah, you can see just beautiful papers, and definitely the focal points of your card. You don't have to do anything else really. You got to let the paper shine, right? Literally. So that's called Scenic Coast. And so that was my Prize Patrol. Everybody gets a Prize Patrol, and then a different one. There are 3 different ones, and then they had all attendee giveaways. I can't remember where this came into play, but these were some more embellishments. So you can see these are shimmery. These are called Sunset Sparkle Sequins, and they go with that Scenic Coast. I don't know if it's a suite or a bundle. I can't remember. I haven't memorized the new catalog yet. So yeah, all so beautiful. We did some make and takes too. I don't know where that make and take is, but one of the make and takes that we did was we used the new masks that we have. They're 12x12 masks, 2 different designs. One has the little polka dots you see in the back. They're just stripes, and so you can use it for journaling, but you can also use it for backgrounds. You can see I did it heavier on one side and lighter on the other. And then this looks like water, like a pool reflection, but also could be used, you know, like leopard or giraffe, right? Different things you can do with that. So this was 2 of the cards, and we also decorated the envelope, you can see. So that was one day's make and take, and I remember the other day. It's really terrible, but we also received these. These are the Sincerely Noted Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. I don't know if you use the ephemera packs, but these are wonderful. They're stickers, which I love the fact that they are self-stick. Not all of them are that way, but we've got the happy birthday. Your customers or you could get a lot of use out of all of these different ones. You can make lots of different cards with it. I like the color palette that they're using. Did I show all the same ones? Sorry, here's the third design. So 3 designs, 2 sheets of each, and that is really a great basic way to get started. Or if you just need like a stash to make little note cards when you need them and don't want to do a whole lot of work, these will make it very simple to do. Along those lines, we got a couple of other stamp sets. So this was for our make and takes that we used. Look at this, the sending salutations. I love this. So these are, you can use them on the front of your cards, but also on the inside of the card. I think they take up just the right amount of space. But of course, you can use them on the front as well. But I think a great basic stamp set to have, sending salutations. And then another one, a family celebration. I think this is going to be nice to have. It's great for both scrapbooking and card making. So you can to my and you know put whatever word is appropriate. I did notice they didn't have aunt or uncle, but what are you going to do? I guess they couldn't fit them all on there. But I think that this is also going to be very well used. Let's see. What else do I have here? So before I get to some swap cards, we got our bag, and our bag is hard to show, but I'm going to try. It is one of those fun, newish quilted bags that you see. I just happened to be at the stoplight at one of the stores that I was at, but it's that quilting, and it has a fun inside polka dot. It does have a zipper, which is always nice, so you can't really see that, but what you can see, it's knocked over my charger over here. Hang on, I'm coming back. All right, that's good. I earned, because I am a Silver Elite demonstrator or above, I earned the OnStage Plus event, which was a lovely breakfast that we had. And so you can see this matches the bigger bag. So it's like a little makeup case or something like that, and it has the little OnStage Plus logo and the Stampin' Up logo on here. So super cute. And so that's the kind of idea, though. It's that squishy, fun quilting. Okay, so let's show you a few of the swap cards. I'm not going to do let me just show you how many I have. I have a lot of swap cards. All I did was go through all the cards that I've made in the last 2 months, so January and February. And I packaged them all up, so those were my swap cards, because when I make cards, I make a whole stack of them, right, in the end, whenever I have a class or something like that. So let's take a look at some, and the rest of them I'm going to be putting on my social media so that everybody can see. This one is by Terry Bollinger. Look at that. That uses the new Designer Series paper. This is currently available. Well, it was on kind of back order, but it is coming back if it's not back yet. I saw that a few things came back just now, so take a look. But super pretty papers. And the greenery in this particular set is so delicate. It really is really stunning if you have the patience to use it. So here we go. This one, oh, no name, but this uses the I forget the name of it, but it's that Asian looking Designer Series paper, and there's a bundle that goes with it. So she did a lot of die cutting here. This is not easy. This is not a fast swap card. I'll tell you that. She put a lot of work into it. Too bad. I wish she put her name on it, but that's another one. We'll do a couple more. Let's see. This is by Sandy Barrera, and this is the Lovely and Beautiful. So she did a lot of glitter on here. Look at that. Who doesn't love glitter? That's pretty. And next up, we have Jennifer Gerst. And this is Nature's Symphony, one of my favorite. I love that she cut apart these strips and used the stripes embossing folder. Ooh, we're getting pretty late here. Okay, 2 more. This is from Emily Ray. And again, Lovely and Beautiful. I will tell you, this embossing folder is already gone. It was so popular, and I didn't even get a chance to use it. before it went out. I was so sad, but I'm going to use it myself. Anyway, if you have it, good for you and makes a great background. And then finally, let's look at Cindy Chalk. And this is again using that um, Lovely Blossoms bundle. So, and she colored in the flower, and you can see that she used the shading. So she used the light and dark cloud cover markers. So this is a lovely, clean card, just my style. So anyway, you will see more of the swap cards coming up on my social media. I've got a bunch of them scheduled already, and you'll see them over the next couple of weeks. Some of the product will be retiring by the end of April, so I'm going to get as many up as I can before then. But look for in the next few weeks some more new things as I go through and use some of the products that I have, and we're able to pre-order some things also. I got my pre-order in yesterday, and we get to pre-order from the whole catalog starting on Tuesday. So you can be sure I'll be playing with some of those things, and I hope you'll come back and join me and check that out. So thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.